Me a box too. We're being a real deal holy show about it. I'm gonna go over to Aldi. No, I just can't get it. They're like their stuff cheap enough here that I want. Hello. Oops. Okay. What's up, Chris? What is going on? Hold on, guys. 1 second. Sorry. What's up, Tristan? Let me put this down for one thing. I gotta pay. Hey, man. Hey, how's it going? How you been? Good. How are you? I'm hanging in there. Uh, did a little grocery shopping this morning. Yeah. A little something, something. Are you going to work now? I am not. What do you want? Uh, okay. There we go. How you doing? Thank you so much. Have a good one. You too. Have a good one. You have see you. Yeah, good seeing you as well. All right. We're off to all we have one out the way, another one to go. What's up? So we got Chris and Tristan. Well, sorry I put the phone down on you guys for there for a minute. I just wanted to pay for the groceries real quick. Make sure I have like my wallet and stuff kind of out of well, not that I don't trust you guys, but obviously you never know who's watching. Plus, I publish everything without editing. Try not to have like my card like flash in front of the camera or something. You know what I'm saying? You guys, hopefully the hopefully it's working because I've this is the third time I've tried to get on now. Like I ended up having like a decent people there for a minute, and then all of a sudden it started reconnecting on me, and then everyone said it was lagging. I kept like asking, like, "Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?" And nobody was responding. So, and then once I seen like the room empty, I'm like, "All right, it must not be working." So I'll have to start it over. So, yeah, one of those things where it's just like I don't know. I guess my roaming. I don't know if it's the roaming or whatever. It had yeah, it happens for sure. Um, do I know Brad Arnold? I don't know if I know Brad Arnold. Is that someone famous? I'm guessing that I should know. I don't know if I know Brad Arnold. And maybe the name sounds familiar. I can't, but maybe I'm just maybe guessing on that one. You guys know who Brad Arnold is? I'm not. I'm not sure. Hmm. Let's see. So we're out here at the Ostraxon Van Til parking lot. No, don't know. Yeah. Is he in movies or TV, Ahmad? Like, should I be knowing him? All right, let's head out. Let's get over to the old Aldi, go from there, get a little bit some better prices, a little bit easier to maneuver. Not as big of a store. I don't like being in that huge supermarket, to be honest. Like Aldi, I know like pretty much. Like I was talking, I know the original format better, but I know how to get through that store quickly. Like Strax, I just sit there like I'm going back and forth with things, like trying to find stuff. Because I don't shop like the typical where someone goes down like every single aisle and they get what they see or what they need. I'm sitting there like trying to like actually actively look for things. All right, so let me put this phone down. Whew. No, heaven is a place called love. Seatbelt first, safety first, guys. I won't be really actively looking at chat here. I'm just gonna hold it. Um, I should just put it or something. I don't know. Oh, Chris, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate it so much. Have a good day at work. We are just doing the morning chore here. Little morning chores or shopping errands, I guess not chores. Errands is the better way to put it. All right. Do I need anything at the Dollar G? And no, I think I'm gonna skip the Dollar G this time. Usually I make my presence felt. That's my spot. Spend a lot of time at the Dollar General, but the girl I like don't work there anymore, so really no purpose. I was just forcing myself to go there after a while just to run into her. But no, David, they didn't sub. They didn't sub. And you know what? I'll be honest, I'm kinda okay with that because if that's what they're about, then you know what? Then I'm just not with it. I'm not with I don't wanna have someone that's constantly, like, being like that, not keeping promises. Not that you owe me anything, but, I did go and do the actual run when I didn't have to, but, "Hey, what's up, Amy? How are you doing?" It's good to see you. Thank you so much. We were in Straxonville Hill, did a little bit of shopping there. Now we are on our way to the good old Aldi. We are going to Aldi. I see a message there from cleaning up all this butter from last night. Okay. Now you got my attention. You definitely got my attention. 'Cause, I mean, there's no way I'm not going to ask a follow-up question to that. Why are we cleaning up all this butter? I mean, in my mind, got me going to places that going to different waves in my brain here. What do we? My alcoholic? No, I don't drink. I don't drink at all. It's been about 5 years since I had a drink. Maybe more, maybe more. But I struggled with like drinking and addiction for like 15 years, mostly addiction though. More substance abuse than alcohol. Alcohol was more just like when other people were drinking, I would drink with them. But I'd be out of pocket. I didn't like the way I acted when I was under the influence. I felt like I acted in a way that was beneath me. But you win some, you lose some, you live, you learn, right? Okay, how it goes. All right, I'm gonna read that one second, Amy. I seen the first two words of that said butter stream, so I can't. I'm very curious. I'm gonna park here in a second. Let me. Oh, did I forget a quarter? I mean, like at Aldi, you have to have like a quarter to get the cart. I'm only grabbing a couple things, but like to hold my phone too. Let's see what we got here. All right. So Butterstream has been happening for B-Day and stuff for my stream. I covered myself in butter. Nice. Okay. All right, Amy. That's awesome. I gotta did we publish this stream is now what we is the next question, or I guess I can go find that out on myself. See if that bad boy is out there for the rest of us that didn't participate in the live moment there. We got Felgen, how did I say that? Felgendar Marie. Hitler gained a little weight. Yeah, Third Reich, we got it pretty good with the money. When you steal everything from the Jews, you can kind of splurge on some food. Um, anyways, let's see what else we got going. I said hello, Amy. I'm Dave. Nice to say, yo, what up, baby? Everybody jumping in on that one, man. Everybody's jumping in now on that one. That's pretty funny. I hit 1K subs and covered myself in butter and B-days to do it too. That's awesome. Matt trying to watch you do some freaky stuff. I mean, I don't know. What are you trying to do? Are you not with it? Are you saying you're not gonna be checking it out yourself, or because if you that's what you're trying to I feel like your nose is gonna like Pinocchio. What's up, H? What's going on? If I can find a quarter, I'd be happy. And I'm not talking about a quarter ounce. I just want an actual quarter to get my cart. Oh, lordy, Lord. All right, I guess no quarter up in this biatch. Guess we're just gonna have to get it. H felt the butter. Yeah, he was like, "What up?" He must have heard what was happening in the chat. And all of a sudden, something was different in the atmosphere. I guess Amy just said that she covered herself in butter on her stream last night to celebrate 1K subs and her birthday. So that's what we got going on. Hey, what's up, Ashmont dude? What's up? So disappointed about not having that quarter though. Should I get in like the seat, right? Act like I can't walk or whatever from being overweight, and just be sitting there like bumping into people with the elect. Isabella, what's going on? Nikki, all right, my friend. Yeah, I mean, Amy, step, especially if no one else is doing it, then you have cornered the market. Now you're really cooking with oil, especially since you got the butter to start the cooking process. Well, H loves the butter. What are we doing today? We are shopping. We are doing a little grocery shopping. I do love the butter. What's up, BML? We got another live streamer as well. Well, H also live streams. David, I know that's been doing some live streams. Amy, obviously live streams, but that's kind of what we're talking about at the moment. Good morning. Good morning, Isabella. Or Isabel Holtander. Since I couldn't find my quarter, I'm gonna have to steal one of these boxes. I'm just gonna find one that is like empty, and then I'm gonna use it to hold my stuff. Or we're just gonna take a few things out of there. All right, problem solved. Problem solved. We're not gonna grab too many things in here. Or- Yeah, you know what? I should have said that as well, Amy. Congrats on the 1K subs. And I might have already congrats. I feel like you've had them for a decent one, but where are you at now? Let's see. 1,030. Nice. There you go. You're about to do your own now? Okay. Oh man. Let's see. I think it was hard to do in 6 weeks, but it can be done. Yeah, I definitely could not do it in 6 weeks, that's for sure. Took me more like from January to like maybe close to took me more like 3 months, like 3 months or so or whatever. Maybe more than that. Took me a little bit longer. All right, so I can't grab as much stuff as I want since I don't have a cart. but I do need a little bit of rice. I like the easy rice that you can make right here. The Spanish 90-second rice. Like, you can't beat these prices though. Look at it, $1.19 bag. Like, come on. Like, you got me twisted over you. You know I am. Amy, it's just one word for every man in chat to hit some great move. So it didn't mean for that to happen, but every time you purchase, just remember there's a girl who sits in butter on live stream. Bag rice is the bomb for sure, definitely. And I love the Spanish rice too. No, I mean, there's nothing better than like homemade rice, but get like a big bag for $40, then that's not a bad it's not a bad call. It's not a bad call. It's more for convenience too. This is definitely more of a convenient thing. Instead of having to bring out the rice cooker and all that, just throw this in the microwave and it's good to go. It's mostly for my dogs too. Well, I guess he more eats. I do need to get him some white rice. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm the one that likes the Spanish, but that's maybe not as good for his stomach. Let's see, we got some long white rice. Um, because I be having make his chicken, uh, because he can't digest dog food, my Chihuahua. Yeah, it's all flavored up, so it does help. It does help a little bit. Get straight to it, but I gotta get my dog some plain rice. I'm trying to think. I guess long grain white rice or the best. Maybe not. I don't know which style to get them. I guess it doesn't matter really. Jasmine. I don't know. What would a Chihuahua prefer? I'm just gonna go with the straight up long one. There we go. So, all right. See what else we can get here. Gotta grab a couple more things and we're good to go. I do like these. Man, they be getting me on these. Bjorn, what's going on? What's up, friend? How are you doing? I know there's a game today. I know there's a. Well, I guess for you it'd be nighttime, but I know there's a Premier League game. I definitely will be watching it. Who's playing today? I gotta get me one of these. I gotta get me one of these bad boys. I love those, man. All right. Now here's the main reason I came here. Now let me stop shopping and getting way too much stuff that I can't afford. Actually, and actually get what I came for. Let me get what I actually came for. Here's, chicken thighs. Only gotta get the easy one to make too. This one's easy too. I'll grab one of these as well. Yeah, man, I'm excited as well. I can't wait to see what how it goes down. Obviously, you know where my allegiance lie. I'm hoping Arsenal pulls it off, but I just know they're going to be so nervous in those last two games, especially if it comes down to that last one and they're like they're away from home too at Crystal Palace. It's going to be insanity. All right. Did I grab everything that I want? I think I'm good. Hey, what's up, Tretson? It's been going all right. You see, I keep getting kicked off the live streams. Like every time I try to like get it going, it disconnects on me. So that's been unfortunate. It seems like every time I get more than 6 people in here, it's like reconnecting, and then people are like, "It's lagging, it's lagging." Like, all right, well, I guess that is what it is. my for like right now, so there's one person in here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. Getting frustrating though. I thought it's not like this town is that country. I mean, it's a little country, but it shouldn't be like where I can't roam. You know, I gotta check something. You gotta check something real quick. Hold on. Leave for 1 second to check something. It's very weird that it kicks you off. Yeah, it keeps on doing that. Keeps on doing it. Keeps on doing it. Yeah, someone just came on earlier. They're like, I didn't know um the third or what's his face that gained some weight, referring to me as that Austrian painter. I was like, the Third Reich paid pretty good when you steal everything from the Jews, man. You can start eating good. That's how it goes, man. Oh, all right. Hold on 1 second. I'm put the phone down here. How many bags? They make you pay for your bags at all. They don't play no games here. 3 bags would probably get it done. 3 bags probably get it done. It's probably this would probably be good material for the stream monitoring progress. Make sure I got all messages on here. It's not fitting in very well. Gabrielle Mendenhall is in here. What is going on? Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Oh, somebody spilled like some eggs or something. It's all like nasty over here. If something got spilled over here. Hopefully nobody was gooning. Bro, I think they were gooning over there. Ain't got time. Oh, man. Yesterday, I was actually encouraging it. I was hoping they would show up yesterday, but today I'm just more like, yeah, you know what? Not in that mood today. I'd rather just kind of let them find someone that cares about them. You see how quick that was taken care of. No, at work, no, I'm shopping. I'm doing some shopping. I gotta use my phone to pay for the rest. No, you guys are good, man. You guys are good. You guys are good. Man, you carry on with your day and tell us remove them. Don't even you. Oh, what's up, Adam? I didn't even see you in here. I didn't even know you were here. I'm sorry if I missed saying hi to you. I apologize for that. All right, I'll grab my receipt. Oh, okay. That's all good. Hey, what's up, Matthew? We got my fellow Matt. My good friend Matt is in here. What's up, buddy? All right, I'm gonna put this phone on there because I gotta carry this with two hands. I can get this to let's get in there. All right. All right, all right, all right. Oh, you want to be blue tags? Well, you don't have to mod, but you can be affiliated because you've been around for so long. But I don't really ask too many people to actually mod. I mostly do it for myself, and I have like a couple that I'll be like, all right, if you guys see some stuff I'm not seeing, then and if it's annoying you at a certain point, like last thing I want is like to disrupt your guys' chill, because it's kind of like that's the at the end of the day, it's for you guys, right? So like, sometimes I know I'll find myself going back and forth with them, and I think I'm having fun and it's like entertaining. I can tell like then all of a sudden I'll see a couple comments of people like get rid of him, and like okay, all right. Then I understand like okay, it's starting to mess with the whole atmosphere of the stream. Then it's like okay, maybe it's time to move on from that. But even though yesterday was kind of fun, I was just in one of those silly moods, and yeah, the trolls were pretty quick, and then in, and they were pretty quick out because I was ready. I was ready yesterday. I almost clipped a few of it. Well, I have some clips ready, and I was gonna put it out there, but I swore, and I don't know if I want to put like be swearing in YouTube shorts. I don't know how much that messes with the algorithm, or so um, what was Shug saying? You have oh, did you see? Oh, Adam, so you seen that? All right, so you saw that in the thumbnail. So what that is that's the picture, the last picture that was ever taken of Tupac when he was alive, is him kind of like just looking kind of out, lost into the in Vegas, right before he ended up getting murdered, by a drive-by. So I just replaced myself in the seat of Tupac, and then like you said, you still got Suge Knight in the background still driving. So that's kind of what I've been doing like lately with my thumbnail is recreating like just images that people might know from pictures, or some of them they won't let you do. Like I was trying to do the All Eyes on Me cover where he's putting up West Side or whatever, maybe because they think it's like gang signs or something. They wouldn't let me do it. Like ChatGPT wouldn't make it for me. But yeah, I did the Notorious B.I.G. cover yesterday when I'm standing next to the casket or whatever. And then I was trying to do a George Washington, like it was a painting, a famous painting of George Washington, but it wouldn't let me do that one either. So yeah, but just like changing, like I did the Michael Jordan's last shot for as a Chicago Bull, because I'm from Chicago against Utah in Game 6. I have that one, and replace me as taking the jump shot where I got a comment. Somebody's like, he's like, "Did you play in the NBA?" I'm like, "No, dude. Of course I didn't play in the NBA." I'm like, it's just me messing around with thumbnails, man. But do you think I played in the NBA? Do I look like someone that hooped at an elite level like that at any point of my life? So yeah, but no, I just been kind of messing with the thumbnails and having fun with it, you know. 'Cause I want to, it gives you guys something to laugh at. It gives you guys something to enjoy. Sorry, I gotta put my seatbelt on. I probably should have done that at the beginning. Yeah, just sitting there listening to go. Bow, bow. Once you get the membership, I'll buy that for. Hey, thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. I Yeah, I will like, and I will make it like worth your guys. Like if I do that, like I won't just not do nothing. Like I will do like some membership only streams. Then you like, then you'll have like zero trolls because a troll ain't gonna pay for troll ain't gonna pay no $1.99 membership or whatever it is for a month, to come and troll. They ain't, that's the allure of be able to troll. You can do it for free, You can come throw out your garbage on people and your like things that you're mad about in your life and put it on someone else's plate for free. Yeah. Hey, what's up, BMG? Good morning to you as well. Oh, the seatbelt. Yeah, my bad, my bad. Yeah, I did. It did take me a minute to get that bad boy on, man, didn't it? I apologize for that, guys. I need to be a little bit more careful here. So that I won't. I'm not really reading the chat too much here because I'm really close to home. But there is that statistic, right? That most car accidents happen like within like a couple miles from your house. I don't know if you guys ever heard that stat before. I don't know if it's people get comfortable or what, but yeah, like the majority of the odds are if you get in an accident, it'll be like within a couple miles of your house. I mean, that could be for a lot of reasons too, because most stuff that you're going to as well is only a couple miles from away from your house. But so there could be many reasons for that stat. But I am done shopping. Yes, I went to two. I went to two stores. I went to two stores, and we are now headed home. We are headed home. We're very close to home, but like I said, you never can be too comfortable. You just want to, just like this guy pulling out in front of me. If eyes aren't on the road, I'm just, I'm T-boning him. So, so yeah. If it takes me a while to get to you guys' comment, I apologize. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure I get home with no nothing happening. We just want to get home, but we are very, very, very close to being there. Luckily, everything's very close. I'm in a small town. I can give you guys a little scenery. I don't know. I don't want to truly dox myself, but I probably already have because I do a lot of streaming outside, and you can see like what my surroundings are. If somebody really like cared enough, if somebody actually truly cared enough, which that always confuses me that somebody would really care enough, but you never know what what's going on, why people get pissed off about things. Like even like I've noticed, even it doesn't even matter if you're nice to people. It's not just like they're not just doing it to people they don't like or that are jerks to people. It could be you could be the nicest person in the world. I've seen some of the nicest streamers in the world that treat everybody in their chat with respect that they deserve, and they still get that weird stuff happening, and you're just like, what? It's like, why? You start to feel like it's like they must be jealous of that person, that person's doing something that they wish they could do. And here's the thing, man. I personally think anybody can hold a conversation if they put their mind to it. All it is just talking and just you're like kind of what the English say, you're waffling, You're just waffling at the mouth. It doesn't always have to make sense. Just just continue to be talking about anything and everything. Just whatever you got on your mind, just start putting it out there. Pay attention to the people that are in your chat. Make sure you treat them with a good greeting and you call them by their name. I think that's always important. Call people by their name. I'm gonna turn it back on me as I pull up to the crib. But and I think anybody could really do it. I think it's just doing it, right? It's just actually hitting that button to go live, and all of a sudden you're there. Now there's no turning back. Yes, I guess you could just end it, but like once you're there, it's like you might as well. You might as well just do it. But I'm in here. Somebody shows up. Let's do it. Let's have a live. Unless all you need is one person, one other person to do a live. I mean, technically, you don't even need that, man. I've sat there when nobody showed up in my first streams and talked to myself. I worked on my worked on my ability to try to tell a story and hold a conversation. Well, I guess not hold a conversation because there was nothing to converse about. Because conversation does take two people, but you can still tell a story and work on storytelling skills and the way your delivery and all that, your enunciation. Oh, right. I guess I should put it back in the park before I try to put the keys out, huh? That would probably work out better. That would probably be a better way to go about it. So yeah, man, that stash. I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna have to start trimming it a little bit and like getting it into shape. That stash came in quick, guys, didn't it? That stash came in really quick. All right, so yes, I am done shopping. All right, well, let me get back. All right, Matt. Okay, so back to the belt. Yeah. Do some streams and subscription only for a bit. Okay. Okay. Are you done shopping? I am. I've heard that too. How's mom? Mom's doing good. She wasn't awake when I left because usually, like, as soon as she sees me like out moving, and I'm moving pretty early. Like, I'll be moving around the house like at 6 a.m. Well, actually earlier than that, but that's just to feed the animals, and then I'll go back to bed for a little bit. Like, my cats like to get fed at like 3:34, so I'll get up and do that because they won't stop jumping on me, and then I can't sleep. If like my cat Harry will keep like shaking me awake until I feed him. Like he's pretty much making me get up. Like there's no if, ands, or buts about it. Like I got to get up and feed him, and then he'll leave me alone. but and then she'll want her coffee when she sees I'm moving the second time. Johnny B, where have you been, my friend? When is this? I've been waiting for you to get your uncle on, man. I want to see that with your uncle, the Matthew B. Hey, all right, people saying hi to each other. People are spiteful. Yeah, what I was talking about there earlier. Yeah, for sure, definitely. You get the goods. I got the goods, man. I got the keys coming from overseas. Um, I'm so bad with remembering names that I have to look at my driver's license. Nice. That's pretty funny. If you start remembering forgetting your own name, then yeah, you're having trouble. Elizabeth, what's going on? Elizabeth is one of Elizabeth. You know what? It's about time now that I see you in here. I'm not asking you to mod, so don't feel the need to mod or anything like that. I just want to affiliate you because you've been here for so long. I mean, out of everybody that's in here, you've been a part of this channel the longest. Let me go back. And now I'm curious to see how long you've been in coming in these. 'Cause you were coming in when I was doing music still. Wow. My eighth live. Guys, look at this. Elizabeth, the first time she ever came in was my eighth ever live. 225 sub goal by the end of the month. Watching the football game. I guess I was watching some football. Then she was in my 10th live, my 11th live, my 13th live, 16th. Wow. Look at that. That's awesome. Elizabeth is a straight up OG. OG straight gangster with it. I feel bad that I didn't put my thumbnail back on this one because they kept getting disconnected. Oh, the farmers are out, guys. They're farming. They're out finally toiling the fields, getting ready for the season. They're out toiling the fields. Yeah, you guys want to get a little look at farm life? Fuck. All right. I had no sound. Jeez, I'm sitting there freaking talking to myself, um, which I do anyway. So no matter, I'd be doing this right now, joking. I do talking to myself a little bit. I can't even lie, man. Sometimes I just be sitting there talking like mother effer. Um, we can hear you now. All right, good, good. But what was I talking about? I was talking about the fields and like, is it the weather issue out there, Elizabeth? Is that like what the problem is? Like, why are the farmers stressed out? I know a lot of the farmers out here in the town I'm in, and I was talking about how I don't like. Eventually, people might probably figure out what town I'm in if they want. I mean, come on, whatever. I don't even want to get into that. But a lot of the farmers, like their kids, they don't want to be farmers. They want to do something else with their life. So they've been selling the fields to all these corporations or whatever, and they're opening up they're creating all these subdivisions. So right across the street from me, like, I've had like really only like one neighbor, and then someone built a house, going back maybe probably like 400 yards going that way or whatever. And but now, like, in the next year or so, there's going to be like a subdivision right across the street from me. It ain't going to be so country anymore, over in Matland. It's gonna be some activity, which, I mean, I guess I could start doing some walkthrough streams, like my boy H through the suburbs. It'll look like the suburbs, even though it won't be the suburbs. Well, maybe, but it's a mix of things. The Colorado River is running dry, and they are building a water intensive AI data center. Oh wow, that's crazy, guys. I gotta get my 29 cents. No, I'm joking. I don't Magic Mind does not pay me anything to take this snake oil, or I would actually promote them in a good way. Maybe you know what? Let me sit here and BS. So maybe if they see a clip of this, there, guys. So if you're looking for mental focus and a little bit of a boost of energy when you just don't got it, take Magic Mind. It helps me replenish, feel like I just woken up from a great dream, you know, dreams of spring, grass, summer, good vibes, Magic Mind. Take it now. All right. All right. So we will make this quick, guys. Don't worry, I got that. I got that handled. Anyways, on to bigger and better things. Ooh. Yeah, yesterday I was having fun with it though, man. I was actually encouraging them to come in. And I was we vanquished a few foes yesterday, to the point, when they're when you got them, right? When you got them when they don't say nothing back. Usually, like, they'll go back and forth with you. But when I seen when it was crickets on the other side, I was like, oh, okay, you don't like it. You don't like getting it a little back at you. I see how it is. It's easy to give, right? But to receive. I was born and raised in San Gabriel Mountains, Azusa, California, moved to Larson Valley, bought a ranch, still trying to figure out how in the heck I went from the mountains to the desert. Hey, Johnny B, you're just traveling this earth, giving a few different things a chance and going from there. Elizabeth says, yeah, single AI data center sees like 5 million gallons of water a day. Jesus. Christy, what is up? What's going on with you? It's good to see you. Thank you so much. Don't ever feed the trolls? Yeah, I gave them a lot to eat, but I guess their plate was full because they didn't want none yesterday. But today I just been getting rid of them. Today I'm just like, you know what? I'm not in the same mood. I every day, you're not gonna feel the same way. Each day might be a little different. Christy, you were here for that, right? When I went off the barn and hit him with the elbow. You know, I mean, when I said I was dog walking that dude, I was like, man, acting like I was kicking a like imaginary dog down. I said they're gonna get me for they're gonna report me for fake animal abuse probably, because he probably was so stressed out on it. It was great. I came at the perfect time. Yeah, I was in the middle, absolutely lacing that dude up. He didn't want none apparently though, because I didn't see nothing back from him. There was nothing else to say. But yeah, I got to do my second promo for Magic Mind. And if you want an extra boost, drink a second Magic Mind. It gives you more energy, more mental focus, more clarity, maybe a little edginess because it's probably a little too much caffeine in your system, especially when you're mixing it with a McDonald's coffee. But anyways, Drink Magic Mine. All right. All right, we're good. We're good. Came at the dog walk part. Yeah, that was kind of like that was maybe like 40 seconds into it at first because he had said he had made some kind of joke about what did he say? He made some kind of joke about me being gay or like pounding somebody or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, I know how you like it, brother. So I can't remember exactly how it went. I got the clip of it. Um, my dog loves trolls. They squeak when they bite. Nice. I can't drink too much caffeine. Really? Oh, it makes you feel sick. All right. Yeah, you can get a headache if you drink a little too much caffeine. My body seems to be immune to it at this point. Maybe not immune. I do get a little burst of energy, like I did yesterday when I was running off. Running through the fields and dropping elbows on the chat. But other than that, ever heard of that stuff? Is it like a 5-hour energy? No, it's so here. All right. I'll grab. Let's go through it real quick. Um, that's how it started earlier. That is how it started. Yeah. So it has like stuff that's supposed to be like for like when I keep talking about the mental clarity, it is supposed to be like it says here, like a mental performance shot, right? I know you got to read it backwards, but just hopefully just work with me here. And then what else do we got here? So it's got lion's mane. Everybody like to have a little lion's mane to start their day. We got rhodiola, cordyceps matcha, whatever. That's for calm energy. The lion's mane's for a sharper mind. It's got some ashwagandha, L-theanine, and turmeric. I know my pronunciation. You guys are like, whoa, read a book, Matt, man. But no, some of these, like, I'll tell you what, like regular words I'm good, but when it starts to come to like some medications and some of that stuff, I'm just like, where the heck, like, who in the came up with these? Like, why make it something that people can actually say? Why do I have to read off all this craziness? But yeah, vitamins B2, B3, B12, C and D for vitality. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on with that. That's how I start here. Hilarious. Yeah, I gotta have a little fun. You guys, you guys who would get a kick out of if my brother John, who I like, we aren't on the greatest terms of, but like I gotta give credit when credit due. He is a better speaker than me, and like better at telling like a joke and like being funny. He's the top dog in our family. He's who's everybody like aspires to be, like conversational wise. Like everybody in my family can talk. Like that's just as simple as can be. Like that's just something that comes natural to all of us. We can all hold a conversation. We can all talk. We can all speak, at least somewhat clear enough for people to be able to understand what the heck we're saying. But my brother John would have you guys rolling on the floor if he was doing the live stream. I wish he would because it would be something to see. I think he'd get a lot of subscribers, honestly. But he does get he gets pretty butthurt though himself. He got a little bit of a temper. So there would be some clips of him going nuts on trolls. Hey, what's up, Squid? What's going on, friend? Sorry about me not reacting so well. I apologize for that. So I just don't want to make sure we clear that up in that whole YouTube comment. I'm over it. I just deleted the whole thing, so we just kind of moved on from it. You watching any shows lately? Um, all right, let me try to think what I was watching. Oh, you know what I was watching this morning? So they got the Michael Jackson movie that's out in theaters right now, about early in his life. Well, there's this movie that came out a few years back. It's about the last couple of years of his life, and it follows from the point of view of his bodyguards, the people that protected him, right? And it's been pretty interesting. I've watched like the first hour of it so far. The guy that plays Michael Jackson, I mean, I don't know. That's probably a hard character to be, right? And, so he's doing all right. He's doing good enough for me to follow the story, but it's been decent so far. Now you're good as in the best. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I was hoping you would feel that way because that's how I feel as well. That's like whatever, I wish I would have reacted better, but what it was. I got to take ownership on this. It's me. It was my fault because I was in a bad mood. Because I was not feeling good over the weekend. I've been watching The Boys. Series finale is next week. So yeah, that's The Boys is the one with it's like superheroes, right? And you're kind of it's almost like watching if like a bunch of superheroes be like a little bit different, like they're not so nice, like behind the scenes, something like that, right? I haven't heard much. I actually lucked out, ooh, and got some tickets to see it in theaters. Oh, you got to see the Michael Jackson movie? My mom actually, like, we haven't been to the movies since, I don't know if you guys remember the movie that was, out in theaters, like, going I don't know how many years ago, but about the, bombing at the Atlanta Olympics, and they thought it was the security guard that did it, and then all the media, like, kinda, like, harped on him and, like, everything that he had to deal with or whatever, and then they found out it wasn't him after all. He was actually just doing his job. I actually just finished, JJK season 2. What is JJK, guys? What is that show? Because 'Cause I'm always looking for recommendations. So, as The Boys, you think I would like that? Because 'Cause I'm not I gotta be honest, I'm not a big, like I don't watch a lot of Marvel. Like, I'm not a big Marvel person. I'm not saying they're like, I'm against them. Like, I understand why people like them. I can see what like, the allure of it, but it's just not my cup of tea. The Boys is a messed up show. Yeah, it's about some regular people trying to take down an evil Superman, basically. Okay. That does sound kinda interesting. I definitely that does sound kinda interesting. Squid, what did you say what's JJK? What is that like, an acronym for? Can you say exactly what that, or is that how it appears on screen as JJK? I bought, I bought Pickard season 3 on DVD. What is Pickard now? Alright, how do I not know any of this stuff? It's anime. Oh, see, that's another thing I don't really get down on, but which I also once again, I can see why people like it. It's just, for some reason, because that's kinda like, almost in the same vein of that's not that I need, like, everything I watch to be fully realistic, right? Because it's not gonna be realistic, it's TV, it's meant to be entertaining, and, like, suspend belief a little bit sometimes, but maybe I just need it to be, like, almost a little bit, maybe close to somewhat realistic. It's Jujutsu, Kaisen, okay. Pickard season 3 and Star Trek: The Next Generation. I need to watch some Star Trek. I can get into maybe a little sci-fi, which that's obviously not very realistic, but that is more up my alley. I loved Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was, like, one of my favorite shows of all time. It got me back into reading books, but that was just written so well. It's a effed up version of Marvel, like horrible little Patty and Gore kind of stuff. Is it really? So you're saying give the first episode a try and see if I get into it. Yeah, I'll have to give like 3 episodes a try because sometimes oh, wait, did I miss somebody? Amarando, sorry. How are you doing? I apologize, I did miss you. Let me I gotta say your name properly, though. I hate not saying people's names properly. Amara Amaranando. Alright, I think I got it, Amaranando. I'm doing okay, it's 9:23 AM here where I'm at. It's 8 PM where you're at? Are you in India? Is that where you're at? I can't remember now if you said you're from India. 'Cause I do get a lot of people in here from India because I seem to be friends. I'm friends with people from India. Those are my people, man. Those are my homies. We seem to get along. It's 7:23 where you're at. Elizabeth, you're on the West Coast? AM? It's like DC only because of Batman and, Superman. Oh, cause right, DC Comics is the Superman, Batman, and Marvel's like X-Men and all like the other stuff. I look like I stalk women. Upstate, I don't. Even through bad breakups, my friend, I've never stalked once. And trust me, I wanted to know what she was up to too. I wanted to know who was next in line because she's never hers. You're just borrowing at the time, right? You know how it goes. I'm sure you've dealt with some heartbreak in yourself, unless you're just a youngin and waiting to get to that stage of your life. But yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. Oh, any follow up? I can't wait to see the follow up for this one. I'm gonna like usually. eh, Boom, 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 boom. Well, all right. So what else is going on? How long am I in? All right, so I'm at 55 minutes in. I know, like when I do my morning streams, I always want to very least get an hour in. I've been doing these earlier ones. Not a lot of activity, especially for the American audience. Most people are at their jobs or at school or whatever. Hey, John, what's up? John Kelly's in the building. How are we doing today, sir? What's been up with you? What do you got going on, man? It's good to see you. I gotta start checking out some of these TV shows you guys are watching though. I don't know what Pickard is. I need to get what I really need to do. This is like serious. And I know H security has been getting on my butt to do this for a long time. Is set up that damn computer. Set up the computer that I've had now for years. It's never been used once. You can't say brand new, right? But unused the computer. Um, and just so I can search the net and do stuff and like actually like figure out what you guys are talking about. You know, then I can like it'd be easier for me to hold the conversation, right? I can go look it up and like, oh, okay, this is what it's about. And I can read the synopsis and we can actually dialogue about it more if I actually know what's going on, right? Good morning, Matt, and everyone. Happy Friday. Jasmine, what is up? Jasmine is in the house. John is okay. John, you've been a part of my community for a long time, so this is way overdue. I do not want you to like feel like you need to mod. That's not something I'm saying that I need you to do. It's just more of an affiliation because you've been a part of these for so long. You've been a part of my community and coming in and leaving comments and being a part of my channel for a long time. So that's why it's more of like an honor, right? I am knighting you, sir. We are putting the sword over both shoulders. And you can rise now as Sir John of the Matt Noahton or whatever. I don't know. Of Castle Noah. That's pretty much where we're going with that one. I don't know. You are now Sir John Kelly. So next time you type, it's gonna be a blue badge next to you. Oh man, blue looks good on you, friend. I can't lie, man. The blue does look good on you. Pickard is a Star Trek spinoff. Oh, okay. It's a spinoff on Star Trek. I got you. I got you. All right, it's all making sense now. That's why he talked about. That's why he said Star Trek Next Generation. Amara, God, sorry, Amara Naran. Hold on, Amaranando. What's going on with you? What are you up to tonight? You said it's 8 o'clock p.m. where you're at. What do you got? Any dinner plans? Did you eat? Did you guys cook where you're at? Tell us what you got going on. Was it a quick high and by or? Congratulations to John. Yeah. He's now suited and booted. He's ready for action. Somebody comes in trying to like rain on my stream. They start coming over the walls and trying to like come from my castle. I got my knights. That have been already. We've been knighted, and we're like the Lannisters. How are you? I'm doing okay. You know, it's still early. I did some Jasmine. You missed it. I did some grocery shopping, live streaming too. I mean, it did reconnect like 3 times, so I had to restart it. But still, we tried. So to follow the whole journey, I don't know how many people actually watch replays of streams. I'll be honest, I don't. I am not one of those people that watch replays, but some people do like to catch up on some of the people they follow. It'll probably be 3 different ones to try to follow the whole journey. But I'm gonna make some Tucson chicken. Ooh, Elizabeth, I wish I had like I need somebody that can really throw down in the kitchen. Like I have to cook all the meals here, but I'm very limited. Like I've gotten better. Like when I was like in my young adulthood, I didn't cook nothing, man. Maybe some eggs I could get done on, but I was not like cooking at all. Not cooking at all. And then all of a sudden, finally, speaking of that, I did just go grocery shopping. I am gonna have to put the stuff that needs to go into the fridge and freezer away here before that becomes an issue. I block trolls faster than Trump building as well. Well, Johnny B, I will say, just give a little like grace. Like if they're just coming in joking and having a good time, even if it's offending me, like I don't want like there to be too quick of a trigger finger. But if it's like very, very mean spirited, where they're like really trying to suck the soul out of people, like the energy vampires. I know you like you can tell the difference. Like I can tell like you're one of those. You're quicker on the uptake, so like you can tell like right when people are coming in and just because sometimes people just want to get a little joke out there and maybe it comes off wrong. But it's all good. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. I got my door open because it was just a little yeah, you do, you're good, John. You are definitely definitely good. I'm just waiting for your stream with your uncle because I watched them so much growing up. Well, I, it's more my old man watched Friends. He was uh he was a big Friends watcher. I didn't watch that show quite as much. You can cook, you just have to practice. Follow some recipes and try your best to follow them, and you come out with some good food. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can follow directions, Elizabeth. You are correct. So I guess it's more just me not like pulling up something and going and shopping and getting the right proper stuff. Cause like if I was to be honest, like we do got a lot of different spices and stuff, but I don't know if we got all the necessary stuff like that you would need. If you pulled up or like a recipe, like I would probably be missing like three out of the like, 7 or 8 things that you need for it. Then I would have to go to the store and be like, oh man, I feel like I'm always out of milk. I didn't even get any milk while I was out, which I'm kind of a little pissed about. I forgot to get eggs. So that's another thing. Probably shouldn't have been live streaming while I was shopping. Now I forgot most of the stuff I wanted to grab in the first place. You would get the recipe before you go shopping. Okay, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. How's everything going with the significant? Hopefully the everything is going good and you guys are in high spirits and everything. But didn't mean to spit on you guys, but sometimes, when I enunciate, cups flying. I spoke with my uncle last night. He's going to definitely do a live video with me. I'm just waiting for him to let me know when this. So that's going to be your startup. I mean, that's a heck of a way to come out, right? With Matthew Broderick. Like, I wish I had like a celebrity that could have like started my journey. My subs would have been like, I had to sit there and talk to the screen and be like, man, it's like that number doesn't number is it ever going to change from 0 to like 1 or 2 or something? I'm just staring at that 0 like, huh, that's interesting. I guess nobody's feeling me. It'd be humbling, right? When I don't know if like some of you guys have done like those first initial streams, and like nobody pops through. It's just like, oh man, what? He's still drinking. Oh man. Well, I apologize that that's happened. Not apologize, but I'm sorry that that's going down. That's always that's a rough go. I mean, I've been on that end. I've been on both ends. I've dealt with people that have had issues, and I've had issues as well. So I've been that person that people had to deal with. So that's like I've seen a lot of sides of it. It's store bought pasta and meatballs tonight. Brilliant. Oh, John, that's right. Cause you're so what time is it where you're at then, John? I can't remember where you said you're from. I know it's like it's UK, right? It's one of the UK countries, or are you or is it Australia? Because usually, like someone that gives me like when they say mate, I instantly think like UK or like Australia or New Zealand as well. It's always a roller coaster. Lately it's been okay. And if you told me before, John, I apologize. It's just like I've discussed like where people are from with like a lot of people at this juncture of my streaming journey. I've had a lot of conversations at this point. I've talked with a decent amount of people. So sometimes I don't retain all of it, or I'll forget, like where everybody's located. Sensi, what's going on? It's really him. I mean, do you really know me? Not- Probably not. You do got 8 subscribers though. That's awesome. I just order a bunch of, different types of soup. I've seen they had a pot pie kinda little pot pie action? That sounds good. 12:33 AM set Victoria, Australia. Okay. Alright. Now I got it. Australia. I'll remember that John, this time I will not forget. I will remember you are from Australia. Now that I'm gonna retain it. Um, L okay. How do I say your name, friend? I'm sorry, but let me give this a try. Let me try, man. Let me try. Zel damn it. Zelsinix? Trying to say your name, man. I apologize. Can you put in the chat like how I pronounce it? You know how you like put the like words a certain way? Um, Do you guys know who Matt Noah really is? He's incredible. You guys should listen. Thank you. Well, I think thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Um, Good on you, mate. Good on you, mate. Yeah, John's been a part of this. You and John are like OGs of the channel. Can I do a cooking live stream? I should. Jasmine, that sounds kind of fun actually. And I know Funky K, didn't mean to skip over that, but he's talking about doing some food reviews for his channel. So you guys should check him out. He's been on my stream before, if you guys didn't know, Kyle. So you guys go check him out. So I understand how life can get. I lost my mother, father, stepdad, brother, and my niece. But I'm taking care of my little nephew Nathan. Always look to the good things in life. All right, no, that is definitely true. I know I'm a person that thinks negatively a lot. I talk about this a lot. That every dream I have is very negative. Well, I should tell you guys about that. I won't trust me. I won't make it long because I know how it is when people talk about dreams. It's like you're trying to wake up because you're so freaking bored. Sensei, oh, you're in Berkeley, California. Nice. Cali, California. Man, have you seen Crocodile Dundee? Yeah, back in the day, I've seen it. Yeah, for sure. I've definitely seen it. Dundee Darl, my dreams are wild. Yeah. So, basically, I had so this is how we started off, right? Um, where I get the haircut from. Yeah, man. And she was taught. I That's another story in itself, my friend. But anyways, see now I'm getting caught off track trying to tell one story. I'm already thinking about the other story. But my mind starts when I start trying to hold too many damn conversations. I'm like all over the place. But anyways, so I ate Taco Bell last night, right? Which is always going. It's good going down, right? But when it comes out, it's not so friendly, man. It's not such so nice. And not only did I eat the Taco Bell, but I still had like a half of a burrito that was like chilling in my room, and I ate it like at night, like before I went to bed, cold. Like, oof, no, negative. Do not do that. Do not recommend on that, right? So all of a sudden I'm having this dream and I'm with my brother Billy and he's like saying something but like, hey man, he's like, I didn't know that you puke in your sleep. And then you know how your dreams start going off some weird spots. We pull up into this like baseball field because he needs baseball socks for some reason. It just dreams make no sense. They just go from one spot to the next. Next thing you know, I wake up and I'm like, oh, it was like 2:30 in the morning, and I had to rush to get to the bathroom. I'm talking about like, clear out. Like we got to get there, and we got to get there now. So yeah, I'm like doing a little, you know, trying to get past my lab. Got to get Cooper out the way so I can slide into the bathroom. But yeah, that Taco Bell. It's 100 out of 100, man. It's gonna get you every time. It's gonna get you every mother effing time. So, let's see. You gotta cook a live rabbit on chat. It would be a hit. A rabbit? A live? Well, not a live rabbit. Or I don't. I'm not gonna cook a rabbit alive. But maybe I'm reading that long. What city? Oh, I don't want to say that because it's a small town. But I'm in Northwest Indiana. I can give you that kind of. So basically, right on the border of Illinois and Indiana. I can get you kind of that close. You should watch Mr. Dundee. Oh wait, are you talking? So I've seen his like movies back in the day. Are you talking about like he's doing like social media or like YouTube stuff? Is that what you guys are saying? I'm rich? I'm not rich. No, I'm definitely not rich. Far from it. Far from it. Close to Gary? About a half hour or so from Gary. I see a doctor in Gary. I just was talking about my doctor in Gary just on Monday because my freaking bad boy didn't call in my meds on Thursday, and then they weren't open till Tuesday. I'm sitting there all weekend just feeling like crap. I'm just like, what the mother. I mean, I walked in and they're talking about like the e-scripts weren't working, right? So they're like, well, we couldn't call it in or like send it in. Like you could have just called. Well, I didn't say that because I'm not gonna sit there and start talking smack to my doctor when they control my medications, right? I ain't stupid. So I go in there though, because then he has to write the actual script and he starts going off on not me, but like other people were coming at him sideways. They're like, I gotta have my medicine right now. They're pissed off because they didn't have it over the weekend. I was pissed off too, trust me, but I wasn't gonna start cussing out my doctor. Like he holds he holds the power. Just like when a cop pulls you off. Not in the history of mankind, when someone started talking smack to a cop, has it gone better. Have they been like, "Oh, you know what? You calling me a bitch ass motherfucker kind of makes me want to just chill and go back to my car now. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go on patrol and just leave this alone." Like talking smack has never made the situation go better with a cop. Like, just why not just be like, "Yes, sir. Here's my information," and just go from there. But yeah, I just spent a week in Milford, Michigan. Did you really? Okay. My brother's wife, her family is from Michigan. I know Taco Bell here, but I heard it gets you going. Yeah, and like even when I like say that it like tastes good going down, it's mostly out of hunger because it's really not that good. It's just something cheap. It's cheap Mexican food that it's easy, just accessible. You get it gets the job done. It fills you up, and then it's over. But man, hey, mustache, what's up? What's up? Woo, 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 woo. Did I say the name right? Woo, 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 woo. All right. There's a lot of nice girls out your way. I've never been to that area, and it was nice. Everyone was super friendly and welcome, Michigan. Nice. That's good, man. That's good that you had a good time. Hopefully, us Midwestern folks were definitely treating you right. That's what I like to hear. It's like East Coast is kind of like has a reputation of the people being because it's like city life, right? Everything's on the go. No, but nobody got time for no like small talk or whatever. And when I lived in Chicago, it was a little bit like that as well. Maybe not to like the adds that much of an extent, but like small town living, like I'd be sitting there conversating with people at grocery stores. You know me, I ain't scared to talk to nobody, but I will not hold up a line though. I'm not that guy. I promise you guys. There's people behind me. I'm not gonna sit there and chat up the person ringing me up and then make them have to wait longer behind me. I do have some kind of morals, right? Because I've sat in the back of the line before, waiting for somebody to like get their stuff done, and then they're sitting there talking about what their kids are doing in gymnastics, and I'm just like, uh, can we get this mother effing line moving? I'm like, I ain't trying to sit here and listen to the like absolute like life stories of what your kids got going on. Do I live near Gary? About a half hour away from Gary, but it's actually spelled Gary. It's just Gary is how it's spelled. Gary, Indiana, was the murder capital in 1993, and that is not a distinction that you want to have. That means they had the most murders, for a city in the United States for 1 year, for that year. I think it was like 1993. Mr. Dundee is the last movie from the Crocodile Dundee movies. It's funny. Oh, okay. I seen like the original one. I don't know if I seen like didn't he go like to Los Angeles, like Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles or something like that? I haven't seen that one. Yeah, random people would be conversing over everything, inviting me to things. Yeah, I was really impressed by you Midwesterners. I can tell you're a good dude. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. And hopefully, you guys that are new to the channel will subscribe. I am trying to get to 1.3K. And we're on our way. We'll hopefully get there at some point. But I appreciate you giving us the some respect over in the Midwest. Mister Bot Bro too. You low key look like you could detect it from a crime movie. You know what? I probably could pull that off. I gotta get into my like my stare. Like when I'm like doing my detective thing, like when we're doing the overnight, like with the binoculars. It's like sitting there trying to like check out what's going on. I think he's moving. Yep, there he is. There he is. I heard that Gary is pretty rough. Yeah, Gary is rough. I mean, it's not as bad as it used to. I mean, it's not the murder capital for a long time at least. It's got that distinction. But, like, a lot of the area that you, like, drive through, like, there's certain parts of it that are built back up because people will go in there. A lot of those, like, towns where, like, the house people lose their house or whatever, people will go scoop them up, right? And they'll rebuild them, and then they'll sell them back to, like, families that can actually pay their, property taxes and all that. But, you go through certain areas, Gary, like, all the houses are, like the sides off. Like someone could just straight up walk through the side of the house because it's completely like gone. Like everything's like just falling apart and decaying because no one's lived in that. Like it'd be like a whole block. You go down a whole block and all the houses are completely destroyed. It's weird to see. It's actually it's kind of sad because Gary back in the day, what Gary was built on was what would you call it? Factories. They were built on like having factory jobs. And like back in like if you're talking like going like the 70s and maybe like a little bit into the 80s, or probably could go back to the 60s. It was a good spot. Like people came from the South and got jobs in Gary, and that's how they supported their families. But once those factories started falling down and they started shipping those jobs overseas and not providing those jobs to Americans anymore, well then all of a sudden these people don't have jobs to pay their bills. They lose their house and then they're out. So it was yes, Michael Jackson is from Gary. Correct. You are 100% correct. Yes, Michael Jackson is from Gary. Do you carry sounds do you carry sounds scary? Not sure. We don't have a crime anything like you do. Oh, uh no, I don't. I've never shot a gun in my life. And I'm not saying anything against anything or anything like towards people that do. I don't want to like say like someone can't protect themselves out here. But me personally, I don't own a gun and I've never shot a gun. You don't like my mustache, bro? Hey, teach its own. If you don't like it, that's fine. I like it, and that's why I'm keeping it. I've never really grown it to this degree, but I'm gonna stick with it at this point. And if people judge me on my facial hair, then I have to be honest. I'm kind of judging you back because I'm thinking that's maybe a little small minded thinking. If not, I'm not saying that you're telling me what kind of person I am by my mustache, but if like what do they call that, judging a book by its cover, right? You can see the cover of a book, but when you read it, it might be completely different of what your initial thoughts are, right? You want to give people a chance to actually get to know them. Have how they respect their fellow man, how they converse with the people in the chat. So that's just kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Yeah, no, I I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying people in general, if they judge someone because of a facial hair or how they look, you're not giving them a chance to actually like learn who the person is. So that's kind of the whole thing. So don't get caught up on one word. You know, I like it. So here's the thing. Okay, I'm not going to have this conversation with you for 10 minutes because you're small minded at this point. So I don't want you on my channel. If that's all you want to talk about is a mustache, then and I don't want to. I would appreciate if I never seen you again. Anyways, all right. What's going on? We got Chilled Martian. What's up, man? How you been? It's good to see you, my friend, man. Thank you so much for checking in. How have you been, man? This good. It's been a while. When's the last time you were in here? I seen the last time was kicking like kung fu, almost to 1.2. You stream on Twitch, you said last time, or one of the times you were on here. So if you guys do go on Twitch, make sure to sub to the Chilled Martian. All right. Anyways, Moto Go. What's up, families, man? How you been, man? What you got going on? Girls love mustache rides, bro. Yeah, man. Here's the thing, mustache has been seems to be going good with the ladies in the chat lately. So I don't know what he's talking about. He's probably just like he's probably like 16 years old. And here's the thing, like sometimes it takes your full frontal cortex a little bit time to like fully form. Cause I mean if that's a 35-year-old person in my chat talking like that, then God forgive her. Sometimes people come out like a little undercooked, right? Might have been too many births that day. We're all of a sudden they're like, we got to get them out. Be like, but we got to give them a little personality, a little rationale skills. We got to give them something like up here, right? Like we don't got time. It's coming. It's coming. We got to get them out there. God just sends people in undercooked, and it kind of happens. But is it supposed to rain today? It's looking like it's going to, for sure. I think the mustache fits you. It looks like it's good. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I thought it looks good too. I mean, because I got the baby face here, right? I got the straight up baby face. So I gotta do a little something to kind of give because people are calling me like 15 to 20 years younger than my actual age. Maybe not that much, but like people are trying to like gauge my age. I'm like, dude, I'm way older than that. I'm way older than that. Um John, yeah, funny. Just send them in. Just send them in. He was like, small minded. I'm like, yes, you heard exactly what I said. You could tell how offended he was too. All of a sudden he was like, he could rate. He was almost dropping his phone trying to type back. Dude, look in the mirror. The mustache it doesn't suit you. But you know what? That's the type of stuff like I was putting up with when I was on the road to 200, road to 300. It was just like, all right, that's fine. And I would try to convert them into subscribers. I would sit there and have those conversations for 20 minutes. We'd be sitting there talking for 20 minutes, whether the mustache suits me, and finally, after I woke up from my nap midstream, I'd be like, all right, man, we'll after we talked about this long enough, will you subscribe now? And can we talk about anything else? Football kid, what is up? I'm streaming at a time where it's actually a decent time, right? For your time zone, I'm actually streaming like because when I'm on late, I know it's tough for you guys. It'd be like all of a sudden going into midnight, 1, 2 a.m. And I know you got school in the morning. Is there a hot spot in town for Friday nights? Um, I mean, there's some hole in the wall bars for sure. There's some dive bars, but since I don't drink, it's like I just don't put myself in those spots because if I was at a bar, like I would crack them open, and that's the problem. If I start drinking, then I might find myself like kind of back in a bad spot. So I don't I don't go anywhere on the weekends. Like when people are like, "Ooh, it's Friday," I'm like, "This is another day to this guy." All right, fine looking blokes. That's pretty awesome. It's my b day tomorrow. It's 3 p.m. currently. Nice. Well, happy birthday coming up. That's awesome. Hazel girl, hey Matt, I haven't seen you in years. Well, do I know you? Are you trying to say like I know you from the back in the day, or are we? I googled you and found you had a channel. All right, yeah, I'm skeptic because I'm looking and seeing you have no subscribers. So like starts to make me wonder if does a burner if which where would I know you from? Where would I know you from? Just name the town. Name the town that we knew each other in. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Name a high school we went together in. Or give it a shot. There's probably only I don't know 500,000 high schools, so you might be able to land on the right one. Westview. Okay. Yeah. No. Didn't go to no Westview. I mean, that's like if you're going for like a generic type, that's not a bad guess, So I'll give you that. That's a decent guess if you're just going for like a generic high school, like Westview. So I'll give you credit on that one. But no, didn't go to no Westview. John, you stopped drinking 19 years ago. Did you really? Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, that drinking, I I've made a total fool of myself too many times with the alcohol, man. Way too many times. Way too many times, man. Like I tell the story. I don't know if I want to tell that one again. I've told it enough times on the channel, but not the entire story. But basically, I got kicked out on my 21st birthday. I got kicked out of a strip club because I was just. I mean, I was absolutely acting a fool, man, and just making. Whew, and I remember hearing from like my cousins were with me and like what they were saying like that I was doing. I was just like, oh man, don't you? Do you like remember that like when you would wake up the next day and you like kind of knew that you were acting a fool, like you knew you did something, but you can't remember exactly right away. Like you need like some people to remind you, like, oh man, like I just know it didn't go good. I just know it didn't go good. Did Hazel girl give up?
I'm wondering, like, if it's somebody that, like, that I banned from the channel and we're trying to set me up with, like, a troll or whatever. 'Cause usually, like, some people get, like, some people get, like, really upset, that you banned them, and it's just like, man, there's, like, a million other streamers out there, like, literally, I think there's probably over 1,000,000 streams that you can go to at any point in the day, like, getting banned from my channel, like, you'll be fine. You'll wake up tomorrow and I won't even be on your mind. At least I hope. At least I hope that's how it goes. That's how it goes for me. I mean, I could be pissed for one day, but I ain't waking up and thinking about you. I'll be honest, man. I got too much stuff to do in my own life to be thinking about other people. I hate that feeling. Yeah. Yeah, just waking up like, "Oh, I just know I acted a fool. I just know I acted a fool. I just know I did some dumb stuff." Because I was a big drinker in my youth. I definitely I was putting them back, back in the day. Especially like if we're going for like so the age it would be like from 16 to like my mid-20s. I was really weekend warrior though. I wasn't like cracking open on like on a Wednesday morning. I didn't have like a Michelob, light going or nothing like that. But do I like F1? No, I gotta be honest. I haven't. I don't watch any kind of like car like genres. So no NASCAR or F1. But I'll tell you what I did like. I did like F1 the movie, like with Brad Pitt and whatever the other actor's name was. I can't remember his name, but that movie was really good. I enjoyed that. I thought that was really well done. I thought that they both the main actors acted very well in that movie. So if you guys haven't seen F1, let me try to. I'm trying to get some advertisements going, so I got to make sure I get my promo going. So if you haven't seen F1, no, I'm joking. Stop smoking bud over 30 years ago. Yeah, I mean, that's good. I was a big pot smoker for a long time as well, but I haven't smoked in a long time. 5 inches with morning wood. I'm probably around. I'm maybe getting to five. I don't know, but there's a little thickness, so it's not just we're not just going noodle. I'm not just straight noodling it, but so a little girth, but you know, probably if we're going length, yeah, probably hoping to reach five, but it's all about it's not the size of the ship, it's the motion in the ocean. You gotta be able to work that thing, um, John Smith. You gotta be able to throw that thing around. You got to add a little extra to it, right? Christy knows what time it is. Little hair pull, and then she start getting that look back. When she starts getting that look back at you, you're putting in some good work. Um, you're starting to really do your thing. When you get that look back, when you got her in the dog, and you get a little thumb, you start throwing that thumb on the sweet spot right there. But mm-hmm. You know what it is. You know what it is. Don't be modest. Drop the pic. No, definitely not try you. Hey, we're saving those for OF, man. For my OF journey, I'm still selling those feet pics. I mean, you guys think I'm joking, but those babies do not get shown for free. So you have never seen my feet on stream, and that's for a reason. We're saving those for big money coming here in the future. Now to see the actual Johnson, you better be coming with it. Like we better be framing in my new house. I want to I want to be like signing on the dotted line. Like knowing that the money's coming in if we're gonna be showing the old Johnson. You start saving your quarters now, Christy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you that you're helping the channel out and helping out your boy here. Yeah, get them quarters. So basically every time you go shopping, if you use cash, just make sure to put that in the old money jar, right? This is towards the Matt OF fund. Yeah, get those roll quarters going. Make sure you got throw like a little extra singles in there. I wouldn't mind to see a couple fins, a couple tens, maybe a couple twans. In there, saving for Matt's OF career. But yeah, yeah, we'll have some good times with it, man. We'll have some good times, and then if you want Matt live in the flesh, you're gonna have to pay for the airplane ticket. Yeah, and I'm not sitting next to no dude and coach, sitting here, Matt still we haven't done enough workout streams with chaos yet, so I want to be like really in some, like, I want to be able to chill, because if I'm coming out to see you, I'm gonna be on the live stream with you, like, yeah, but yeah, boo, I'm a couple hours away till I'm wrecking it, like till I'm really, live in the flesh, you like, in the flesh. Matt's gonna be in the flesh, literally, and in there too. So, it's just one of those things. Damn, I just felt movement. I think just talking about that, I think I just felt a little. I don't know if that thing has moved in years, but yeah, all of a sudden I started thinking about taking a little trip. It was like, oh, it was like, damn, man, we ain't even thought about that in years, have we, fella? He's like, I didn't know you still thought about me in that manner. That we were actually, you actually thought about using me, you know. But yeah, it's been a little while, man. I'll tell you what, the last one too. Yeah, I ain't here to disrespect women or anything in that matter. That's not me, right? I'm not no male chauvinist, but she look she's a few pounds overweight, and when I say a few, I mean a lot of few. You know, she came in. She bounced in. I kind of bounced her into the house. I was like boom, boom, like a basketball. Dribbled her through my legs, so you got her up to the room. And shot her into the bed. Well, not this. Way. I kind of had to like underhand her into the bed. I was like, and then the bed was like, almost took the springs off that bad boy. But she saw what was going on. She saw what was going on. It's just the way you gotta have fun, right, Kristen? You gotta have fun with it, man. I'm gonna make a video, so if y'all, hey, football kid, I apologize, man. If I know you're a little bit younger, so I apologize if it got a little bit too adult there, but we got we got a lot of different age groups, in the chat. So, we'll go from friendly, talking about some football or soccer, as we say in America. I don't. I make sure to respect, sports, movies, TV, and then, sometimes we get to some adult conversations and fucking great. Don't forget the stuff in your car. Jasmine, thank you so much. That is a good shout out, because I am sitting here talking about all kinds of crazy stuff, and I'm forgetting about the stuff that's spoiling in my car. I do have to do that real quick, guys. So give me like a couple minutes to throw like the stuff that has to be in the fridge. Let me just throw that stuff in the fridge real quick. Had to throw her in some flour and find out. Oh, for sure, man. If I would have put her on a pot, like a big pot, she'd have been crackling. Uh, yeah, definitely, football kid, and then remind me. I will definitely, I will promote it. Check out the football kid. I'll go in there and leave a comment. So just remind me in some manner, if on my community post or something. I'll go show your video some love. All right. All right, guys. If anyone's still there, I am back. I am back. All right. I'm gonna put a comment in your most recent short. Okay, cool. I'll shout out your video if you're still here. Better than doing a Hershey bag full of Spanish. That must be Australian. Yeah, I haven't heard that one before. Is it you talking about like having a big one? Like with a big girl you talking about? J Rod, what's going on? What's up, man? Waiting for the wife to get down to work so we can go. Oh, you guys are going fishing. Nice. I mean skinny chick. Okay, skinny chick. Some freshwater fishing, nice. Don't have no ocean by me. Oh yeah, it is a Subaru. Yeah, it's definitely a Subaru for sure. Connie, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Let's see. We got Jessica. Cool. Yeah, I'm I am but gonna go now once you write this. All right, cool. All right, football kid. For sure. You guys kept it going. Thank you so much for helping keep a few people in here so we can still do a stream. So yeah, it looks like this is the way. I haven't had time yet to hit the shower, so this is how my hair is gonna be right this moment. So it's gonna be hairline issue, but we're gonna have it a little just that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna rock it. Um, Connie, what's going on? Are you at work? They got you working and taking some notes and doing everything that you got to do to get through your day. I just did a little grocery shopping. So if you got here and I wasn't here for a moment, I was putting away the cold stuff, which I forgot. I had pulled up and I started doing a stream where I was already doing a stream, but then I started getting into some conversations, and we were talking about a bunch of different stuff or whatever, and then all of a sudden Jasmine finally reminded me that I had all these groceries in my car that I needed to put away. I was like, you know what, that's a good call. I don't want my stuff to spoil, so yeah, I'll go do that real quick. Okay, my stray cat, former stray cat, Kitty, is absolutely going nuts on the deck. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she caught a mouse because she be acting crazy when she catches a mouse. She gets so excited. She like wants she wants everyone to know too. She'll be running around with that mouse in her mouth for a minute, like letting everybody know, like what look what I got. Like meow, 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 and then she eats it whole. So it's a celebration for everyone else except for that mouse. Like, good vibes for everyone. Like, yeah, you got you a mouse. Nice. For that mouse, that's basically the death, like no, that's basically letting it know that's a ceremony. Let's see. Hopefully, didn't have any ice cream. I did not have any ice cream. No, I didn't have no ice cream. So a little bit of ice cream does sound good right now, though. I wish I would have had some ice cream, even though I might have let it. I probably would have melted. So I mean, good thing I guess I did. Good thing I didn't grab any. But I still got I did just get a check, so we will be good for a little bit here. So that always up spirits, right? When you have a little bit of money in there, so you can actually get some stuff, instead of sitting there like staring at the calendar on your phone, like wait, doing the count, like how many days till I get paid? Damn, like so, trying to like figure out the math in your head. All right, so I can put this much towards my cats, this much towards my dogs. Damn, there ain't none left for me. But yeah, it's all good. Um, who else we got left? Connie, we got Kyle up in here. We got John Kelly, football kid. So he left. J Rod, are you still here? Christy, are you still here? H security. I don't know if you're listening or not. If you've been here the whole time or not, or if I know I know you got busy with your job and stuff. It's 1:11 a.m. Saturday morning in the future. It's 1 a.m. where you're at. Damn. Well, David's still here, or you came back. I don't know if you were you here for the when I was talking about the last time I got. I'm not. I probably shouldn't go back in that story, but we already had our fun with that one, man. That was we had some fun with a story here just a little bit ago. We had a little fun. I apologize to any people that been watching my channel for a while. I'm like, man, I thought you were wholesome. Sometimes you just gotta you gotta find a little humor in some of the things that you did in the past. You just kind of have to let it out there, but you want to tell it in a funny way so it's entertaining. Because if everything's so dang serious, it's just like, all right, man, we get it. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done this. Like, we understand. Like, you gotta find a way in like telling the story to make it, maybe get a chuckle out of people. At the very end of the day, maybe it might not come off so proper all the time, but it is what it is. So it looks like Christy must have left, and I'm guessing John here, J Rod must have left as well. It's all good. Well, what do we talk about at this point? Anybody got anything going on that we so Connie said she's doesn't have work till later. So you got an afternoon shift. But those are the worst shifts in my opinion. Yeah, me, when I prefer like to be at work earliest as possible. Work the earliest shifts. Anytime like I've had the like if anyone would talk to me like what shift you want by first. Like I want the first one you can give me. And I want to start my day as early as can be and then be done with it. You know. Basically that's my goal is to get everything done and have it over. Yeah, I chat with you before I sleep and don't worry that was funny. Okay. Alright, I appreciate it. Yeah, I never wanna offend anybody, you know, especially, like, if I'm telling a story about, like, a former, like, girlfriend or not she wasn't a girlfriend, but, like, seeing or whatever, and talking about, like, a sexual act or whatever. I don't wanna, like, offend the women, especially, like, if I'm being viewed like, sexualizing them or talking about them in a certain way, so I worry about that stuff, but, I despise the afternoon shift. Yeah, screw the afternoon shift. Screw that. Like, get me going right away. I want to be brewing my coffee and on my way, to work a little, very very soon after. I mean, I remember like when I still worked down at the Chicago Board of Trade, though. You know, I would sometimes just like these days it's easy for me to get up early, but back then, like, I struggled a little bit getting up as early as I had. All right, yeah, for sure, you're right. I struggled so much about getting up. To get ready for work. And I'd be sitting there like hitting, going over the speed limit. I remember times like running side by side with that damn train, trying to catch it and not catching it sometimes, and having to like text my boss and be like, I apologize, can you cover me for like the first half hour? And I remember it happened like a few times in a row, and he gave me like he gave me the little speech, right? Finally like you can get away with it like certain things like a couple times, but finally there he's like, bro, he's like, I'm the same, human as you. Like I get up every morning and I'm fucking here on time every day. He's like, maybe you could probably do that as well. I was like, noted. Okay, yeah, you're right. I probably could as well. So I wasn't late after that. Once he framed it in that manner, like, I'm here at time every freaking time, like you could as well. I was like, you know what, you are raising a good point here. Yes, I probably could as well. So yeah, once he gave me the speech, I wasn't late anymore. At one point though, when I worked at the Board of Trade, my boss was my brother. My brother Billy was pretty much my boss. So, and that sets like a bad precedent, right? Because he didn't give a shit about anything that I did. Like he didn't say nothing to me. So I showed up to that bad boy whenever I felt like it. It's like when I got up, I was like, oh man, I should probably go to work soon. Should probably get started. Probably should get off my ass and actually start heading to work. So yeah, when your boss is your brother, like it doesn't like kind of force you to get going. You're just kind of like, unfortunately, I shouldn't have done that, right? I shouldn't have taken advantage of that situation. That's not good on me, but yeah, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I was young and dumb. I was young and dumb and did a lot of dumb stuff when I was younger. So, but man, I do miss working down there. You guys, you like, if I don't know if you guys seen old movies or like documentaries about the stock market on the trading floor when everybody's in the trading pits and it's going nuts. Like the energy down there was just so lively. Like it was something to behold. Like until you like actually experience, like it's hard to like truly explain, but it's just so vibrant. Everybody's about making money, right? It's the stock exchange where they're trading stock. Pretty much was legalized gambling before they actually legalized gambling, for on sports or whatever. But you could gamble on the stocks, and man, it was just people just going nuts on each other if they didn't get their trade in on time. It was a man's world down there for sure. What's going on, T Gunner? Oh, how are you doing? It's been a while, man. How have you been? What have you been up to, man? And I have taken a bowel movement today for sure. If you're wondering, it was at like 2:30 this morning. So I had Taco Bell last night. So my friend was in the pit as a sign language person. Really? BMG? I didn't know that. I did not know that. That's awesome. It was a crazy atmosphere, Kyle. It was cool though, man. I really enjoyed it. I was there for like about a decade. So I'd started out after I graduated college. I started on which I didn't even need the degree to do like to go where I went there. I started at entry level, right? It's basically they call it the Taco Bell is brutal. Yeah. I started as a runner. And what a runner is basically they just go to the different pits. Like when the phone clerk gets a call from the customer that's going to trade through that firm, they want to know where they're trading at, within each like stock. So if you're in the grain market, it'd be like soybean oil, wheat, corn, and different they called it the grain market. If you're in the financial market, you're talking about like the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, trades of that order. And then there's bonds too. But and there was we had like what do they call it? They called it meats, like lean hogs and all that stuff. But you would just run to the pit, you get where it's trading, you bring it back to the phone clerk, and then they would tell the customer, and then they would put an order in. You try to get it in quick, so they would get that trade in where it's still trading. They want to get the best price, right? That's the point of doing it in that manner is trying to get and that's why people would be in the pits trading for themselves because they're right there. They're setting the market. Because they're trading back and forth the whole time. So they're setting where the market is actually trading. It's going, up and down or whatever way it's going at that time. But he was there for years too. All right, Jasmine, thank you for being a part of this though. And if I don't see you, I'll see you on the next one for sure. But doing great, man. Thank you for asking. I was wondering if you had dropped a little yet, bro. I had taken a few days from the social. Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I dropped one around 2:30. Woke up from that Taco Bell. Had to rush there, man. We barely made it on time, but we did get there. But I'm good. Good thing you're having a good day. Bowel movements are in order. That's so cool, man. I would love to see that play out in person. Markets are very cool. It was cool, man. It was very very cool. It was such a vibrant market, man. I'm back. Had to take the wife's boots to the vehicle. That's Matt, right? Matt McDonald. I'm thinking I'm remembering correctly your name because I know you changed it, but I know it was used to be Matt McDonald on there. All right, cool. I thought so. I was like, I thought I remember that properly. But then, so eventually, I got promoted. Right, I got promoted from a runner to then they made me a phone clerk. So then I was dealing with the customers, and you want to talk about like being able to have to handle somebody like verbally undressing you and putting you up to like you're up to 169. That's awesome, man. Good for you. You're getting close to 200. The customers would be just saying anything and everything because you're dealing with their money. If you're not getting their trades in quickly and properly, you're messing with their money. So that was a humbling experience as well. Getting called anything and everything. That's why like when people come here and troll, I'm like, "No, I done already heard it, and I heard it from somebody above, like somebody that's actually like could say it to me." But nice man. But well, yeah, just that's the one thing I kind of trying to stop on actually. What's up, BML? Is the saying they're live like when you come onto my chat because a lot of people have been doing that. They've been coming onto my lives and saying they're live. Like I'll have it like 4 or 5 times. But anyways, no, you're good. You're good, man. It's all G. I'm just trying to set a new precedent on it because it was just like I'm still good with like people promoting and stuff like that, promoting their channels and like talking about trying to get subs and people subbing back and forth. It's just more of the saying I'm live right now thing. Um, girl, so famous. What's going on? How have you been? You were on you were on when I did that collab with Venom. I remember back he was the first person I ever collab with too. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I was talking about the Chicago Board of Trade. So yeah, I got promoted to the phone clerk, so I'm dealing with customers. I'm putting their orders in, and then eventually they seen I was decent with computers, so I was doing I was multitasking. I was a phone clerk, but also every trade that went through our firm, I would put into our computer system, how the trade went, whether they bought 7 of soybean oil at 7.5 price or whatever, who the trader was, who they traded with on the opposite side, and I would put it into our books. And then I also, like, I had to get there in the morning after that, and I would have to make sure each trade went through properly, that both sides had to match, right? So on their side, they're what they called a key puncher, right? So their side would put it in, and then I would put it in. If the trade didn't come up the same way, both sides, it wouldn't match in the system. And you would have to go and talk to everybody that didn't have a match in their trades and be like, hey, what's going on? What did your side say? Why is our side saying differently? And if we had to go talk to the actual trader and see like what happened, you get it ironed out, right? You just get it, basically would get it figured out. People would make it right, and everything would be all good for the most part. Sometimes there'd be some arguments like, no, we traded at this, and the other side, our side saying they traded at different price, and be some BS going on every once in a while, but not very often. Usually it was just people mistyping, but human error, right? It was human error. There you go. Got you a sub. Um, but yeah, I was down there for a while. I really enjoyed it. Had some good times with it. Yeah, BMG, are you still here? I was actually Jamie had emailed me overnight, and she thought I was mad at her. She thought I was he's not I'm not doing a channel. Oh, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Is but she uh she sent me an email. Well, I guess I'm not gonna tell this story if you're not even here, because it would more relate to you because you go on her channel. So there's no reason to even talk, I guess, to even talk about it if you're not here. Um Look at Cooper Duper getting this chill on. He's just getting this he's in this straight chill on the deck. Oh, look at that boy. That's a big boy. That's a Cooper Duper. He's a good boy. Nice boy. Yeah, and Cooper too. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Cooper's a good boy. I mean, he does have a lot of energy for sure. Well, like I say, he didn't know listen to me all as much, but Harry, yeah, where is Harry? That's a good question. I just found Kitty. She's on top of the air conditioner. Let's see, we can get a look at her real quick. Hey, it looks like I need to clean the back of that air conditioner. Like there's some bird poop on that bad boy. We have to clean that. I'm trying to hold my thing still, but it's like I don't know why it keeps shaking so bad. Somebody made a joke. So like my YouTube highlight was actually showing like me flipping my camera, right? And it was showing her when she was on the ground and kind of like running around and like the camera shaking. And the dude made a joke. He said something about the okay, I thought why does it keep I'll just start removing those comments. What was I saying now? Oh, someone made a comment on one of my videos. They're like, "Oh, this is gonna give somebody seizures or something like that." I'm like, "Good." I'm like, "Got it. If you're gonna be good at something, you want to be the best. If you're gonna do something, I was like, that'll be a good like ranking system to show that I'm the best, video shaker in the world. My videos give people the most seizures. You want to be 100%. What you get just the more you zoom in, I think it gets shaky. Is that what it is? I got you. Okay, so it's the zoom in that makes it shaky. Maybe a little vertigo. Yeah, he lets. Of course, like I looked at the who like made the comment. And they had 0 subscribers, and so that makes me think like a burner account, right? So I'm like, man, is this somebody that like knows me or like is like mad at me and like is trying to find reasons to like say stuff in my videos? Because it's always when I see those comments, it's always like somebody with 0 subs. I'm just like, not always, but like a lot of times I'm like, it must be a burner. Someone's coming in with the burner account. I'm saying something. I only have one burner, and rarely ever use it. I rarely ever use it. John, you are a loyal friend, man. You've been a part of the channel for so long, so I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. I didn't get why, like, I told, oh, dude, like, what was up and what I was trying to stop, and then he said it like three more times. I was just like, I can't tell if like people are doing it on purpose or like, or they're just like, it's not clicking. I'm just, I guess I'm not understanding like what what the deal is there. But I'll tell you what, like, me personally, I've never gone on somebody's when somebody's live, I've never been like, I'm going live right now, unless they ask me. Unless they're like, man, what are you about to do? I'm like, then I'll say, okay, that's what I'm doing. But I don't go in there on like somebody's live and be like, oh, hey guys, so just so you know, I'm going live and try like, and try to start poaching viewers, or whatever like that. It's like I feel like I've been able to build this channel on my own merit, you know, on what I do as you know, the way I talk to my viewers, the way I converse, the way I tell stories, try to be funny or whatever. So, you know, I definitely like I don't mind people promoting their channel and saying, "Hey, I got this amount of subs. I'm trying to get here." Like that's fine. Like I'm gonna sit here and be a crybaby about that. But it's just, it's been happening so much on my streams lately. Like I'll get three or four people a stream, like, "Hey guys, I'm going live right now." And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on right now? I don't and like and I try. Like, here's the thing, man. Can you really not like know like what you're doing? Like, because why would you say it if that's not the intention? But what would be the other reason to bring it up other than you're trying to get people's attention that you're live and for them to go to your live, right? What would be the other reason to saying it? Just to converse, just So what's going on? I'm live. No, okay, no, well, that's cool. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm the dick. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one thinking of things wrongly. I mean, I'm open to that debate. I mean, I'm open to that debate. Because I know I'm not right 100% of the time. So I can't sit here and act like that I know for sure that I'm not on the wrong side of this argument. I'm on the wrong side of history. Yeah, Mike. What's up, Mike? Man, how you been? He said I'm going live 26 minutes. Yeah, man. It'd be funny too. Like that's like the whole time they'll be in here. Like I say, like it's cool to promote, but like that's all they talk about is like their channel and like getting subs. I'm just like, but anything else you want to bring up? Like, or is it just is the whole part of your being and fiber of you right now, every time you're in here, is to like poach some subs? Like, I get trying to build a channel to go live and get and talk to some people and get them to want to like talk to you, get get them to want to converse with you and get to know you. You know, I'm not on other people's lives like, hey man, you gotta, you gotta check me out. Basic etiquette, yeah, for sure. Maybe I will. Maybe I should. But I'm not like a retaliatory type person. But I feel like I want to mess with them now. Like the people that have done it, like go to their lives and be like, hey guys, you know, just so you know, I'm about to go live here in 5 minutes. Here's the thing, and I'm not even. I know this is not going to sound humble or nothing, but it's like I will probably take a few of your viewers. So I don't do it. I don't do it because it's like I don't think it's fair. But yeah, Kyle, you feel the same, yeah. And have you been doing your gaming streams? I'm sorry if I haven't been able to check them out. Here's the thing, like I'm not a night person. So if like you're doing them like in the middle of the night or like 11 o'clock, 12 at at midnight, well you're probably not gonna catch me. You probably won't be catching me on just because that's just not when I'm awake. I'm not a night person. Or if I am awake, I'm not on YouTube anymore. Like my YouTube time is like been is finally come to an end at that point. And I'll be watching like Netflix or TV or something like that. But That would be funny. I think I am gonna do it. I'm gonna try to get an hour or so after work with some gaming. There you go, Connie. And you see, that's the type of stuff that's cool. It's like if you're streaming later tonight, like, of course, promote your shit. Like, I probably shouldn't be swearing on stream, but promote your stuff. Like that stuff is totally cool with me. Like that I want people to like feel okay doing. Like I don't want you guys to take that the wrong way and think like you can't like promote your stuff on here. That's fine. The only thing I don't like is saying that I'm live right now or that I'm going in like 5 minutes or like I'm about to, because then I view it as you're trying to poach. But if you're going tonight, well, it's not like I own like 5 o'clock or something, or I own 4 p.m. I don't own nothing. Go get your stuff off. I did a couple lives, but now just going to upload videos. I think you just got to get through the trial and error of it. You know, like I published all my lives. My first one's not out there anymore because I doxed myself. Well, I told my town that I lived in. But like my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, like you could go watch them, but you probably won't want to watch them because there's no activity. There's nothing going on. Like, it's just like going through those. I'll tell you what, how I started like getting like some some friction, some motion. How I started to actually get it going is basically I started doing the DJ Matt music stream. So I started playing music, which killed me on watch hours because they took away all my watch hours or wouldn't give me any during those streams because I was playing music and it's copyright infringement. But it helped start to build the channel. And people would come in, they'd be like, "Oh, play this song," and then I didn't have to talk the whole time. I could talk I would talk, a little bit, but the music would be playing. So I didn't want to talk entirely over the songs all the time. But yeah, that's pretty much how it started. A lot of the people like remember me from DJ Matt times. And yeah, that's pretty much how I started doing it. And then, it got me a little bit of a following to like start getting to like 100, 200, 300, 400. I think by the time I was going to 500, I don't think I was playing music anymore. I think I was like, I need to start working on some watch hours. I try to get an hour or so of after work with gaming, but I don't know if I'm up to it. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're gonna get home after work, it's hard. It's hard to know for sure if you're gonna be up to it because you don't know how your day at work is gonna go. Like I said, how do you know you're at a gay barbecue? All the hot dogs taste like I could not, man. I just had the visual there. I'm just like, whoa. My mind was just like, oh, Michael, what's up, man? How you been, brother? Michael's been a part of these for a while now. I think the first time I met Michael actually was like a stream I did with Venom, like late night. One of the few times I was actually on like on a late night stream. Then was it? I feel like I ran into like it was either you or somebody else then on a stream the next day, and I was like, "Hey man, remember me?" And then I don't know if it was you or someone else. They're like, "No," they're like, "I don't know." They're like, "I was on a lot of streams last night. I don't know if I remember you or not." I was like, "All right." Well, I was like, "I feel like I remember your name." And I was like, "Your name says that you're subscribed to me." I was like, "So I think you do know me, but maybe it's just not ringing a bell." You remember all that, John, when I was doing the DJ Matt? Yeah, that was pretty much how I started building the channel. It's like DJ Matt, and basically, I seen another guy doing it. It's like XXX Rain or something. It's like XXX Rain XXX something like that. And I seen him doing the DJ, and I was trying to be like friendly. I was just like, "Hey, man," I was like, I learned the hard way because I was like, that's how I built my channel. I was like, you won't get the watch hours for it. I was like, you'll get the subs, but I was like, you won't get the watch hours. So, just let you know it's the copyright. And he took it the wrong way. I don't know if he thought I was trying to call him a poser or something like because I did it for. I'm like, dude, I'm not every like a million people play music during their streams. Like, I'm not trying to take ownership of that. I'm just trying to give you a fair warning that you won't get the watch hours. I was trying to be like nice, but I don't think he took it that way. I think he thought I was being a dick or something. And I was just like, all right, man, well, whatever. Remember me? I got a cavity search at the board. The guard's hand got stuck and said it looks like a puppet. He had old Michael up there up on his hand. I was chasing 100 subs. I never even thought I'd get to 100 subs. When you first start this thing and you're like at 3 or 4 subs, it's like you don't really know like if anyone will ever subscribe to you. That's why like when people like come into my channel, that's why like I did all the promoting for like smaller people. I'm like, I remember how tough it was, to get anybody to subscribe, especially when you're a small channel. People don't want to subscribe to you when you're a small channel sometimes because they're just like, whatever. That's why when people were coming in and they start talking, I'm like, oh, let's try to like let me try to help. Let's try to talk about, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what kind of videos would get subscribers, what kind of videos people didn't care about. And for me, I always thought pimping the animals, I was like, you got some pets, man. I was like, put those bad boys on blast, put them on video. People love animals. People love pets. I mean, it's very universal, right? You know, people don't like other people sometimes, but everyone likes animals, for the most part. So then, you know, so that started to help my channel. Telling stories helped my channel. I would tell stories about my life, whatever the story was for that time. Whatever was in my head that like just surfaced, I would tell a story. That would get a handful of subs every once in a while. But I was trying different things, and I was paying attention to what would work and what didn't work. If I seen that because views. Here's the thing, the way I view views is just opportunity. I don't know what the algorithm's gonna put out there and like what it's gonna show to people because it kind of like does it'll put your video out there to like a test audience. And then like if the test audience likes it, if it's hitting the like button and it's like putting comments, then it'll go out there and put another run out there to like a more broader audience. But the way I view views is opportunity, right? So if I only get 200 views on a video, well, I need to use that opportunity for those 200 eyeballs to convert them into a subscriber, or at least get them to start having activity on my channel. Leave a comment, hit the like, so then maybe they'll see me again through their algorithm. Because you hit the like button on something, it's gonna pop it up in your algorithm again. So it's like I'm trying to use my opportunity. If I only get 200 views, because if you get a million views and nobody subscribes to your channel, but what did that million views do for you, right? It did nothing. Like so, how many ever views you get, whether it's 100 or 1,000, 2,000, because those are kind of, I'm all over the place. I'll get 200 views, I'll get 2,000 views. Like it's all over the place. Basically, I am just basically viewing that as an opportunity to try to convert somebody into a subscriber or to start getting to know who I am. And then maybe my live will pop up in their algorithm at some point, and then they'll be like, hey, they'll kind of recognize me from like one of my videos or something, and then they'll be like, oh, I remember this guy. Let me say what's up to him. And and then you try to convert them into a subscriber that way. So, that's kind of the way I think about it, is just use each view as an opportunity. What's up, Sonic? How have you been, man? What's going on with you? It's good to see you. We got Kyle up in here. Kyle's up in the building. I'd rather have more likes than less views. Yeah. Yeah, the likes tell you a bigger story than the views. The views is just telling you that the algorithm is pushing it. But what's an algorithm gonna do like as far as interaction? I need the people to want to interact with it. It's a little sad when you put something out there, have all these views and 3 likes. Yeah, I mean, it happens to me, Connie. I mean, less and less so now that I've built like a little bit more of a community, because like I can always like depend on you guys, you guys that know me at this point, to hit the like button. I mean, if you see my stuff, I figure as you guys will probably just hit the like just out of loyalty, right? Whether you like the video or not, whether you're a fan of the video or not, you're gonna hit the like button on it. I do it too. And if I see any of your guys' stuff and I recognize your name and I know you from my streams, or I talk to you, I'm gonna hit the like button, of course. I might not always remember to actively go and search for your guys' stuff, because I've met a lot of people at this point, so it's hard to remember everybody. But if it pops up, like, I will for sure hit the like button. I will for sure try. Well, maybe 90% chance I'll leave a comment. And it might not be a long, thought out. It might just be me saluting with the crown, saying, salute king or salute queen. Sorry, I just uploaded a new video. Nice. But yeah, it's all about just, at the end of the day, the way I view it is build your community. and your loyal viewers will help keep you going. You know, your loyal people. Oh, you got me first. Up church. Dang. One, two, kicked out. Up church. You missed one of my best streams I've ever had. Would have been my yesterday morning one. So what would have been the thumbnail? The thumbnail would have been me standing next to a hearse, which is basically something that, if you, I mean, for you that don't know what a hearse is, it's basically where they put the casket in and drive it to the cemetery, whatever. But so yeah, that you got to check that one out, Up Church. I don't usually tell people to watch replays, but you got to watch that replay, or at least if you only got a few minutes, man, go to the 40, not the 40, 38 minute mark. Go to the 38 minute mark. I hit somebody with the people's elbow on. I was going back and forth with a troll, and I really got him. And then I hit him with the people's elbow. I actually hit my elbow on the ground. I went down, boom, hit the elbow on him. It was funny, man. It was one of my funniest moments in one of my, ever that I've had, I think, on my stream. So I definitely want you guys to check it out. That's okay. You were there and that counts. Oh wait, what is that referring to? Oh, we're talking about like channels, right? And like videos and getting the likes up. No, I didn't hurt myself at all. Even at this weight, it's still a little agility. You guys see me, even though I did moon you guys in that one video. I know H Security was telling me, he's like, dude, he's like, your whole entire ass was out when you were running with your dog that one time. I was like, I had a feeling. I was like, I felt my pants all the way down. I was like, I felt like I mooned the entire crowd. He's like, yeah. He's like, your entire ass was out. I was like, well, and I was like, it's already published. It's already happened. It's already everyone.